After hearing about the death of one of the most influential people of my childhood, the creator of the Dragon Ball series, Akira Toriyama, I decided to platinum Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It had been a while since I'd watched the series, so watching all the cutscenes and the dialogue was just a great way to reminisce. There are a few steps earning the platinum for Kakarot, and it's fairly simple. Step 1. Finish the main story. This will take us through all of the sagas in the DBZ series, including the Saiyan Saga, Frieza Saga, the Cell/Android Saga, and the Majin Buu Saga. Step 2, we need to build, cook, collect, and train. We have heaps of things to collect, like the Dragon Balls 10 times, machine parts, ingredients for cooking full course meals, and lots of training to do. There are some other things, but we'll talk about them when we get to them, but most of them will come naturally as we play through the game. We start our journey by fighting Piccolo. We learn all of the basics of fighting, and after defeating him we earn our first trophy, Former Foe. After picking up a memory, popping our second trophy, Tell Me More, for unlocking an entry in the Z Encyclopedia. We then head off to see Master Roshi and complete our third side quest, finding his dirty magazine. For finding it and returning it we earn Helping Hand. We then head over and start our first training challenge. After beating the snot out of Krillin, as usual, we earn Newfound Power for acquiring a super attack or mastery. We then continue with the story with the Saiyan Saga. A big orb lands from space and Raditz appears from it. He immediately finds Goku and heads on over, beats him up and steals little Gohan. Goku and Piccolo fly over and kick Raditz's butt. While he isn't able to beat him alone, he holds Raditz in place while Piccolo does his special beam cannon, taking out Raditz and Goku at the same time, killing them both in the process. Piccolo then takes on Gohan's training while Goku is dead, telling him exactly how it is. He dumps him in the wild for a few months until he comes back stronger, strong enough to take on villainous parties that attack him near his home. These villainous parties are a side quest of sorts that we will go into a little bit later on. After defeating our first one, we earn ourselves Dark Omen. During this time, everyone has been collecting the Dragon Balls to bring Goku back to life, and just in time too, as Earth is then attacked by two Saiyans called Vegeta and Nappa. Gohan, Tien and Krillin meet up with these two Saiyans and start trying to whoop their asses, which starts our first assist fight, and using 10 assist attacks earns ourselves the Power of Friendship. With Goku finally arriving back on Earth, he heads straight over to fight Nappa. After taking him out, we turn our attention to Vegeta, who talks a big game to someone who couldn't hold their own. After getting mad, he tries throwing a Gallic Gun Goku's way, which he counters with a Kamehameha and Kaioken times 4. He then runs off like a scared little Saiyan with an empty threat of revenge, completing the Saiyan Saga, earning Worse for Wear. We're now in an intermission phase, where we can go collect things, do miscellaneous tasks, or continue with the story. I decided to collect a couple of things, in doing so earning Metal Madness, which we earn for collecting 10 D medals, which we use for training and other various things. And there's nothing like home, for getting Chi Chi to cook us our first full course meal. These meals give you decent buffs, but I forgot about using them the whole playthrough. After that, we continue with the story, heading off to Planet Namek to find their Dragon Balls. While on Planet Namek, we are introduced to this saga's villain, Frieza, who is already collecting the Dragon Balls for their own nefarious plans. We then take control of Vegeta, who wants to piss off Frieza, so he starts trying to collect the Dragon Balls for himself. Once we start flying towards our next objective, we earn Thirsty for Knowledge, for unlocking 200 entries in the Z Encyclopedia. We then start taking out Frieza's army like nothing, until we find Frieza's stash of almost all of the Dragon Balls on his ship. After one last fight with Zarbon, the stronger of Frieza's army, we get introduced to the Ginyu Force, a bunch of pose-striking flops. After Gohan tries to take on a section of the Ginyu Force, Guldo, it's up to Vegeta to fight to protect Gohan and Krillin. After the fight, we see Goku finally turn up on the planet Namek to help fight against Frieza. Goku then quickly dispatches the Ginyu Force, starting with Recoome, Berta, Jace, and Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu then gets the shits and pulls a body switch with Goku. Gohan, Krillin and Vegeta then have to fight Ginyu in Goku's body, which was probably weird for Gohan. After that, Ginyu uses Body Switch to go back into his own body. Then, tries to switch into Vegeta, but as he does, Goku throws a frog and he switches with the frog instead. With the Ginyu Force defeated and Goku out for the count, Frieza then takes things into his own hands, but first needs to transform. He transforms into his next form and starts beating on an innocent kid and Vegeta. After getting his ass beat by a kid, we see Piccolo turn up with a newfound power. Getting pissed off, Frieza then transforms into whatever the fuck this thing is.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
He gets his ass beat again and transforms into his final form, the form we now know and love. With Goku feeling better and Frieza being an absolute badass, he one-shots Vegeta and enrages Goku, starting the first of many fights between the two foes. During this battle, Goku uses Kaioken and finishes the fight with a Kamehameha, earning a super finish and our next trophy, Flashy Finish. Goku then raises his arms into the sky to attempt his first Spirit Bomb. He throws it at Frieza, who takes it like a champ, and all is done. Or so we thought. Frieza emerges from the smoke and shoots Piccolo in the chest and explodes Krillin into nothing. Watching his best friend and former foe get killed right in front of his eyes, it enrages him, and thus starts the first transition into Super Saiyan. With Goku now a Super Saiyan and Frieza shaking in his non-existent boots, it's time to feel the power of a Super Saiyan. We beat the absolute shit out of Frieza, making him so enraged he wants to kill everyone and take the planet with him. He destroys the planet's core, and with only minutes till the planet explodes, they use the Dragon Balls to wish everyone except Goku and Frieza to be teleported to Earth, while Goku stays behind and fights Frieza one last time. With Frieza taking the final hit, Goku runs over to his ship and flies away, and with that we finish the Frieza saga, earning Emperor no more. With Gohan and friends back on Earth, we're waiting for Goku to return. During this time, we collect some miscellaneous trophies during the intermission, like this one for getting an instant victory on an enemy. We will have to do this 50 times for a trophy later, but we will continue on. We then collect the Dragon Balls for the first time, and making a wish with Shenron, earning Wishmaker. We then start the next story saga, with Frieza turning up with his daddy, King Cold, to try and conquer Earth. Until a mysterious youth rocks up and makes a threat he instantly follows up with. Cutting Frieza and Daddy into pieces and blowing up their army and the ship, he then tells the gang he is from the future and warns them about a threat called the androids that will show up in 3 years. Just after he takes them out, Goku lands and straight away wants to start training, taking on Piccolo and Gohan. Nothing like beating up your kid. With the passing of 3 years, we start with controlling Vegeta in a rather pink shirt. We start by collecting some Dragon Balls, and on our way we earn the voice in my head. For having King Kai talk to us, we have to do this 20 times throughout the plat, and they're random when they trigger. Moving on, we watch Vegeta struggling to become a Super Saiyan.
I wanna be a Super Saiyan! I wanna!
With Bulma upgrading the training simulation, Vegeta heads in to fight the hardest opponent yet, himself. After finishing himself off, after beating the simulation, we find out that the androids have shown themselves and Goku and friends meet up with them to take them head on. Goku starts off by fighting Android 19 but falls ill to some sort of heart issue. Yamcha flies him to Master Roshi to rest while Vegeta rocks up, now rocking yellow hair. He takes out Android 19 with ease. But while he's doing that, Dr. Gero surprises Piccolo.
Surprise, but sex.
After Piccolo recovers from the sore ass, Gero escapes and everyone follows him to a new area where we need to find Gero's lab. Coming to this new area earns us with the final trophy for the Z Encyclopedia, Fountain of Knowledge. After finding the lab, we meet Android 17 and 18, where 17 destroys Juro with a stick burn. They blow up the lab, taking Juro out with them, and then we see Android 16 come out from a capsule like the Undertaker comes out of a coffin. Vegeta then tries to take out 18 but gets destroyed, while 17 takes out the rest of the guys. They throw down some senzu beans and feel some strange power in the city. Piccolo flies over to see what it is, turns out to be Cell. After a quick fight, he uses Solar Flare and dips.
See you, chump. What the hell?
During this time, Goku wakes up feeling much better. He then heads over to train in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Vegeta and Trunks beating them there, they head in first and beat the snot out of each other to train. While Vegeta and Trunks are training, the androids find Piccolo and the rest of the guys.
Hello, motherfucker.
So Piccolo decides to take on 17. Cell then turns up, showing how much of a big dick he has before sucking up 17. Which makes him transform into Cell the Chad. Goku then rocks up and starts beating on Cell, holding him back just long enough for Vegeta and Trunks to finish their training. They fly over and try and fight Cell, showing his new moves, while Goku does some parenting of his own. Vegeta lets Cell transform into Perfect Cell because of his Saiyan pride, which they then take to the sky and fight. During this time, Gohan and Goku have been training, pushing themselves further and further. We see Gohan finally become a Super Saiyan. Goku and Gohan have one last battle before leaving the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. But, before we take on Cell in the Cell games, we have to earn 2 more MISC trophies, one for punching a boulder, and another for acquiring 50 mastery or super attacks. Now it's time for the Cell games to begin. We start by seeing Goku faced off against Cell, battling it out in Cell's makeshift arena. With the fight over, Goku tells Gohan to give it his all, and give it he does. Tapping into the power of the Super Saiyan, Gohan takes out Cell with ease. After seeing Android 17 and 18 get sucked, Android 16 tries to take out Cell, but Cell beats him to it and explodes him into tiny pieces except for his head. Kicking it away and having it thrown back instantly pisses him off, so he squashes his head. Well, this was the wrong move from Cell, because that enrages Gohan like nothing else could.
I'm really mad.
We see then the first instance of Super Saiyan 2, a level above Super Saiyan. Absolutely livid, he kicks Cell's ass so hard he pukes up Android 18. Unevolving back to Giga Chad Cell, he blows himself up like a balloon, to which he says he's going to blow up the planet and take everyone with him. Wait, didn't Frieza do the same thing? But Goku, being the hero, decides to use instant transmission and take him to King Kai's planet, saving Earth but killing himself and King Kai in the process. But Goku's death was in vain, as Cell is back from the future taking out Trunks, which starts one last fight with Gohan and Cell. After the fight ends, we see one of the best Kamehamehas. As Gohan is starting to falter, he hears his dead dad's spirit telling him to suck it up and fight. With Goku's power behind him, he uses all of his strength to end Cell once and for all. With Cell defeated, they use the Dragon Balls to bring back everyone on Earth, but Shenron is unable to bring Goku back because he has already been brought back to life once before, so Goku is dead. And with that, we finish the Cell Saga earning Earth's new champion. We are now in the last intermission phase before the Majin Buu Saga. We clean up 2 MISC trophies for collecting the Dragon Balls 5 times and for collecting 100 D medals. And with that, we start the last saga of Dragon Ball Z, the Majin Buu Saga. It has been 7 years since the events of the Cell games. With Goku still dead, Gohan has had to grow up without a father, turning him into a weirdo costume wearing superhero. Like, look at this thing. It's disgusting. After the costume is revealed, he flies home to Chi-Chi and we meet Goten, Goku's second son who was born not long after the Cell Games. Gohan and Goten do some sparring, getting ready for the World Tournament. As we get to the tournament, we see Goku has been brought back to Earth for 24 hours just for the tournament. We're then introduced to the Supreme Kai and Kibito and some creepy looking fellows. The tournament starts and we see Gohan's love interest getting beaten down by one of the creepy guys, which enrages Gohan. Attempting to save her, he gets his energy drawn out of him by the two creeps, leaving him passed out. We then switch to two of the villains of the saga, Babidi and Dabura. Everyone follows the creeps, but Dabura has other plans. He blows away Kibito and turns Piccolo and Krillin into concrete. Goku and Vegeta then take turns fighting against Poi Poi and Yakon, enemies Babidi has brought over to fight for him. Once we take them down, it's now Gohan's turn to take on Dabura. With the fight concluded, he runs away like a little bitch. Meanwhile, Vegeta has been taken over by Babidi and wants to fight Goku.
What did he say?
They decide to fight, but not until they get teleported to another place. Just before the next fight, we go do a quick little spot of training, earning Push It to the Limit for completing 10 training challenges. We then start the fight against Vegeta. After quick succession, in a cutscene, Vegeta ends up beating our ass for story content, which in my opinion is bullshit. During the fight between Goku and Vegeta, Babidi has built up enough energy to revive the main villain, Majin Buu. Gohan tries to fight Majin Buu but gets hurt and knocked out. Dabura, who is not keen on Buu, tries to fight him, so Buu turns into a cookie. With Dabura gone, the spell on Piccolo and Krillin dispels. With the fight against Goku done, Vegeta flies off to try and undo some of the wrongdoing he has done by fighting Buu. After taking him out swiftly, Vegeta does one of the kindest things he's ever done, punches children. After Piccolo picks up the kids and flies off, Vegeta turns to face Buu. And with that, he says his final goodbyes to Bulma, Trunks, and Goku. He blows himself up, taking Buu with him. We see him turning into ash and gets blown into the wind. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough. Buu brings himself back together. Goku wakes up after a night out drinking in the middle of nowhere with a hangover and a sore head. The Supreme Kai finds Gohan having a nap and decides to take him back to their home planet, the land of the Kais. After some rest and a change of clothes, he's up and going. While Gohan was taking a nap, Goku had a greasy Macca's feed and is showing off Super Saiyan 3 to Buu. After a quick thrashing, Goku needs to go back to heaven as his 24 hours are up. After getting back to heaven, he senses Gohan's energy in instant transmission to the land of the Kais. While Goku is off seeing Gohan, Goten and Kid Trunks use a fusion technique to combine their powers and form Gotenks. In Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, they don't show you what happens if you fail a transformation. You either turn chunky, or you get really old. I sort of wish they added that in, but ah well, let's continue on. Some poachers try to take out Buu, but they hit Hercule instead, making Buu mad. He shoots out all the negative emotions inside. He then turns Majin Buu into candy of some kind, transforming him into Super Buu. With Super Boo being an absolute menace, he wipes out the rest of the people on Earth except for our characters. Piccolo takes Super Boo into the hyperbolic time chamber to face off against Gotenks. After a quick fight, Gotenks, being a child, makes out that he can't beat him. Piccolo destroys the entrance to the time chamber, taking out the only way out. Boo gets mad and makes a portal out of there, leaving Gotenks and Piccolo behind. Super Boo, being hungry, turns everyone else left over into chocolate. While he's munching, Gotenks goes Super Saiyan 3 and creates the same portal Boo did, and they escape. Seeing everyone is gone and Boo's tummy full, he gets very mad and starts a fight once again. It's now Gohan's turn. After coming back from the land of the Kais, Super Boo eats Gotenks and Piccolo, earning some extra power for his troubles. While Gohan is taking him out, some old guy dies, so Goku is reborn for good. Throws him some earrings and says wear them to fuse together. He instant transmissions to Gohan, throws him the earring, but he misses and absolutely whiffs it and gets eaten by Boo. Goku makes a tactical retreat and finds Vegeta, who has been brought back to life for 24 hours, just like Goku had. After arguing, Vegeta finally agrees to fuse with Goku, forming Vegeto. With the power of two strong Saiyans combined, they show Super Boo who's boss. They kick his ass like there's no tomorrow, causing him to do his final transformation into Kid Boo. With Goku and Vegeta separating, they decide to play a quick game of scissors paper rock to see who fights him first. Goku being the winner, Vegeta stands to the side and lets Goku have a crack at the abomination in front of him. After having some fun with him, it's now Vegeta's turn. During this time, Dende and the Supreme Kai have transported to Planet Namek to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect everyone killed by Boo, including Vegeta. With that, Goku starts his Spirit Bomb, using all of the energy from everyone brought back to life on Earth. Just as he's about to send it, Boo finds out and attacks him, starting the last fight of the story.
Oh shit, not good.
I finished Boo off with a Spirit Bomb, just like in the show, and the final cutscene plays as we watch Kid Boo get destroyed by the Spirit Bomb, with Goku saving everyone.
On a scale from 1 to 10, my friend, you're
With Mr. Satan made out to be the hero, and Goku and friends get to go back to their simple lives. And with that finishing the saga and the story, we earn Bye Bye Boo. Now that we've finished the story, we've just got a little bit more cleanup to do. As throughout, we collected machine parts for building and ingredients for cooking. But we start by earning a Super Warrior's Born for earning 100 super attacks or masteries. We then gather the Dragon Balls for the 10th time, earning Shenron's favourite. At this point, we don't really have much more collecting to do, so we start clearing out all the villainous parties. Upon defeating our 20th, we earn Evil All Around. We then take a quick break and go see Master Roshi to speak to him about some training challenges. These you just earn along the way, and I forgot about them until this point, so I end up talking to him twice more and popping another 2 trophies for the challenges. With that done, I decided to build the 2 machines available with our first part built. I earn Let the Building Begin. Then, straight away earn Get Out of My Head and Turn Into My Car and Robot Rider. Then, straight into the side quests. After my 10th, I earned Do-Gooder. After a quick game or 2 of baseball to earn some D medals, I earned Who Needs a Phone for the telepathic messages from King Kai that were random. With that, I cooked the last of the full course meals from Chi Chi, earning Only the Finest. I then farmed the last of the instant victories, which I didn't have many to do, which was good. There was not much left to do now before the platinum, so we lock in and get the last few trophies. The next trophy we get is Z Combo Zealot, for performing 10 Z combos, which are really cool ways to team up with your allies. That same fight we earned Purging the Plague for defeating 30 villainous parties. Taking a quick break from that, we go punch a few more boulders, earning ourselves Demolition Artist. With 2 more trophies left, leaving the hardest ones to last, we take on the training room challenges. You don't need to do all 10, just need to do the 10th challenge for this trophy, which is you and 2 team members up against Majin Buu, Super Buu and Kid Buu, earning Tough Enough. After a slog to take them out, we are now up to the last trophy and fight, the super secret fight with Mira. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was not leveled enough for this fight, and had to mainly use fists as any other super attack barely did any damage. So, after a grueling 17-minute fight because I'm too stubborn to go level up, we finally take out Mira with a Spirit Bomb, taking him out and earning ourselves Down with the Demon Realm and the Platinum, Dragon Ball Master. With the Platinum in hand, I absolutely loved going back and playing this game. There was so much nostalgia just packed into this game for me. As a massive fan of Dragon Ball, I cannot recommend this game enough. Even if you know nothing about Dragon Ball, but want to find out about the story without watching the anime or reading the manga, then this game would be a good way to experience it. This Platinum took me about 30 hours. The first time it took me a little bit longer as I did all the side quests and training challenges, but this time I didn't need to. I give this a personal difficulty of a 3 out of 10, and it's not lower only because of the 10th training challenge and the mirror fight, as the rest of the game is pretty simple. I played it on medium difficulty, but you can also play it on easy. My enjoyment of the game is easily at an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed all parts of it, and it was great coming back to it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Dragon Ball experience as much as I did. Please, if you liked the video, hit that subscribe button, like the video and hit that notification bell for future uploads. And leave down in the comments below if you grew up watching the Dragon Ball series or not. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.